What's going on, YouTube? Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Today was a fun one. I just got back and actually was fishing with a really great bass fisherman. He's on, there's a lot of tournaments, and it was kind of my first time on a big bass boat with somebody who knew a good amount. I like to think I know a good amount here, but it was really cool to learn a little bit more about expanding my tackle box and how to work different lures and different techniques. So, today we went out to a local lake here, about an hour and a half away. Got out there early, and really it was warm. We were fishing deep water, but it was still warm out here. Water temperature is about 80 degrees, so it's kind of towards the August, end of the summer. So the bass bite wasn't on as much as we wanted, but I was really going out there today to learn from somebody who's more knowledgeable than me in this, and that's kind of how we can pass the knowledge on. So today we worked a lot with chatterbaits. We worked some deep diving crankbaits, worked some more of the finesse rigging like Ned rigs and Texas rig, and how to even put different soft baits on like flukes. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. So I have a lot of footage on here. We're Korey, we're on Korey's boat, a buddy of mine, really just kind of helping me out, talking me through different techniques, and then I actually did some voiceover with things, telling you kind of why we're fishing, how we're doing it, and what's kind of the mindset behind why we picked this lure, based on the water and the structure and what we're targeting. So hope you guys enjoy it. Comment below with any questions you guys have.
That's a really good one. Hey,
where's your net?
Yeah. Net. It's in this drawer right here. That's a really good one. You're fine with them.
Yep. Nice, dude. Let's go.
Let's go, buddy.
There we go, dude.
The old trusty fucking bush hog too.
You got a bush hog?
Yes, sir. If I'm not slow rolling them, I'm taking them, let them sink all the way to the bottom, and then just a slow So you can either do this, you could just get that vibration, feel that vibration through it.
Yeah.
Or you could just start yanking on it.
And you're just trying to lift it up.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So it's all, you're almost fishing it like a crankbait at times.
Yeah.
Was this that little weird thing you saw in the water with the depth changes? Or is this just a point?
What is it?
Remember you were saying you saw like the swirls?
Mm-hmm.
Is this it, or is this a point?
So I think we're hitting, so if you cast that way, you're going onto that point.
Oh, okay.
So this one's going to be, you're going to be on that drop off.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we were actually fishing, probably about 50 meters or so offshore, and so what Korey was telling me here was the underwater surface, what's happening is there's a sharp drop off. So we were basically fishing out through here, casting up into like shallower water, probably 3 to 5 feet, and then fishing down this slope, which got us down about 15 to 18 feet. So we're really just fishing this, and I was just letting it go down to the bottom and really just kind of popping it up. This is a chatterbait, so almost close to how I would fish like a jig. So really just bouncing it off the bottom and giving enough action where I can feel that flutter, and that was really helpful. But I didn't catch any fish here, but in the past, I've kind of done a similar technique with jigging, and Korey says that the chatterbait's great because that extra blade gives you a little bit extra just chatter down there to really attract the fish. So we were just fishing through here, and then we had a little visitor stop in, and I can't believe these guys did this, but they were split the difference between us and the shore. And check this out.
You gotta be kidding.
Am I not bright enough on this water?
Maybe your white and yellow boat blended in, I don't know. I do have a camo rod.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, right
and
there.
Add a little bit of camo.
Thanks, Luz.
So then we ended up moving on a little bit down the bank here, and this was a really cool spot. Wasn't really super successful, but I could see it holding a lot of fish, and that basically went from like 1 foot off that sandy beach there to very quickly a very drastic drop to about 12 to 15 feet. So I was using the same thing, almost dredging the bottom, chatterbait, fishing it more like a jig, and just some little jigs there, little jerks to just get that chatter on the blade there.
Where are you at? Oh, that wasn't you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, like, it's just.
I'm like, is it raining? No, it's bait fish.
Yeah.
So we ended up finding like this back area here kind of before we entered into the coves, but the wind died down, the rain stopped. So we ended up throwing just some top water here. And really it was, my only reasoning for this was we saw a lot of bait fish activity at the top of the water in the water column. We saw some bass coming up and hitting them at the top. So, we matched the hatch and tried to get on it. So I threw on a whopper blubber here, and no luck. But again, I think really it was just learning to pay attention to your surroundings and see what's happening, and then try and mimic the hatch.
A little bit of a bird fight going on.
Big old whopper
Boom, boom, boom. Pushing water. Best when you pull your top water like right to the boat, and they just smack it like right at the edge. Maybe this is this place for your Alabama rig.
It's
be like a little bait school. I was gonna say I was interested to see what you would throw. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's still going. It's still going.
What is it, like a
8 foot?
8 foot?
I might put some new hooks on this now.
That's pretty wild.
And then he, it was on YouTube, but he fished a tournament in all those little Barbie rods. That's the only, like he had like 40 just lined up on his deck.
That's pretty funny.
I'm like, well, that's one way to go at it, I guess. Oh, I'm feeling it, man.
Let's go. That is awesome. The chandelier of all lures right there.
Found the bottom.
I mean, does it feel heavy when you're...
No, like I don't feel it at all, really, to be honest.
I was say, I wonder what it would feel like with a fish on there.
So the only time it feels heavy is trying to cast it. There you go. Here's a live action of it.
That looks sweet. I love those paddle tails.
So I was fishing the fluke here, and I really just put the fluke on a weighted Texas rig. And I usually fish a lot of Texas rigs with like either ribbon tails or Cinco worms, but wanted to do the fluke because we were definitely seeing some, like shiners and shad and stuff coming up, and they're flashing. So figured I wanted to throw it on there and see what happened. And two, I haven't really fished a lot of the these ones here, the fluke baits, and it's pretty cool. The action is really awesome with them. So I was kind of tossing them out there. I would kind of reel it in here and there, and I would basically fish it how I would a weighted Texas rig, where I'm reeling it and I'm kind of like popping it up off the ground, adding a little bit of some little jerks with the rod tip, just to kind of get it to be a little sporadic in the water. So basically like a bait fish kind of running around. But yeah, we ended up I was just trying to fish the bank, and we saw a lot of activity up close by the cover and the lily pads. But again, it was just a slow day out here, but it really really good day to really start learning a little bit more about how to read the waters, read the depths, and see that. So we were just kind of pulling it from the shallows into the deeper, letting that weight take it down and kind of just popping it up off the bottom, giving it some life. So on the way back to the dock, we ended up just fishing this little strip here, and it was about 3 feet or so, and then it dropped down to 5. So I ended up throwing my bread and butter, which was an unweighted Texas rig here, and I went with a 10-inch ribbon tail just to try and maybe get something to find a little more action, and ended up catching a bass. Again, I was just throwing it, as close as I could to the shore, letting it sink, let the tail do its thing, and then, see if we can get anything.
Got one. Oh.
There you go. Hell yeah. You need a net?
Yeah! There you go. He liked that 10-incher tail. I threw the 10-incher on because I was hoping I could, intoxicate a 5-pound bass.
But you got the second best.
The 5-ouncer. There we go. There are fish in here.
So they like dark colors. So
Yeah.
I had mine on a dark color. That's a dark color. Now we kind of got an idea here.
We're on them.
Now I'm gonna get my Texas rig.
I feel like if the little ones like it, it'll be good for the big ones. Right on shore.
Is that right on the bank?
Like I thought I almost snagged a tree. I was like, oh God. There you have it, guys. That was a really great outing. We ended up catching 2. We lost 1. Mine was kind of a little dink of a fish. Corey caught a nice one just shy of 3 pounds. So it was a lot of fun, just a slower day, and that's kind of what happens in these summer months. They start to move deeper. We had some weird weather going on there too, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get out there again. So if you guys enjoyed this, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, get out there and get some fishing in.